Hello everyone. So today in this session we are going to start with one very important area in the corporate and other laws paper, the chapter number 10, audit and auditors. With regard to the chapter audit and auditors, totally the sections will begin from 139 ending with section number 148. So with regard to this, some parts of this particular chapter will be covered exclusively in audit paper and some parts will be covered in the law, but majority portion we will cover in the law itself now. So this is a series of 3 to 4 lectures or 3 lectures totally, wherein I will cover the entire audit and auditors chapter in detail in this particular 3 lectures, wherein the first lecture will be covering out section 139, most of the areas. Okay, once 139 is completed, then we will go into the other parts of the chapter, and I will be taking from the study material completely such that there will be uniformity in your preparation as well. Rather than following some third party material, I will be taking everything in this chapter from the ICI study material such that you will also have a clarity and questions will come from that book. Okay, let's begin. So let us continue. See here. First one, section number 139. Topic covered is appointment of auditors. Appointment of auditors. First point number one. Is the term auditor defined in Companies Act? Is the first question. You can see here. When we look into the Where Act of Companies Act, the definitions, auditor should come in A, alphabet A. Abridged prospectus, accounting standards, auditor, appellate tribunal, articles, associate company, auditing standards, authorized capital. The term auditor is not defined in the Companies Act. In section 2, okay, whoever conducts the audit will be termed as an auditor. Separately, there is no clear definition given for who is an auditor in the context. So that's why there is a section which says the auditor must be a chartered accountant, qualified, he should be in practice, like that, so many things. Why? There is no term that is defined for the auditor. Number one. Number two, who can be appointed as an auditor? Okay, who can be appointed as an auditor? See here. Every company shall appoint. Section is mandatory in nature. Shall appoint an individual. Individual means a human. Okay, you, me, anyone, or a firm. Here the firm does not mean only partnership firm. It shall also include LLP. Okay, it shall also include LLP. No question. Sir, can a foreign LLP become an auditor? No. Incorporated under LLP Act 2008, they said. Means foreign LLPs are not eligible. So which kind of LLP is allowed? Indian LLPs are only allowed. Okay. There is an exception for this. Lastly, we will discuss. So every company shall appoint, not just to propose the name. Really, appointment has to be made of an individual. Sir, we made a proposal, sir, that to be appointed. No, proposal is not important. Appointment is important. Shall include LLP as an auditor of the company. I said the word company. I did not say the word private company, public company. Section is applicable for both private as well as public company. Sir, where he should be appointed? First AGM he should be appointed. Now question will arise. Sir, as per section number 96 of Companies Act, first AGM should be conducted within 9 months from the close of first financial year. Okay, 9 months on the close of first financial year. Let us say my company got incorporated on 23rd of August 2025. Which financial year this falls into? 25-26. 25-26 ki what is the last date of financial year? 31st March 2026. From here, how many months? 9 months. What is the due date? 31/12/26. This is the last date for first AGM. Okay, this is the last date for first AGM. What is the last date? 31/12/2026. That is the last date before which the first AGM should be held. No question will arise. Sir, if auditor himself is appointed, say for example, this is the last date. I conducted my first AGM on 11th November 2026. Okay. Company incorporated on 23/8. What you have to understand? 23/8 to 23/8/25 to 23/8/26. No auditor. Okay. And we are appointing the auditor at the last date, almost on 11/11. We are appointing. Clear or not? No question will arise. Sir, how will it survive? How will it suffice? Question will come. That's why there is one concept called as a first auditor. Auditor, first auditor. What is this concept of first auditor? Let us understand. So I repeat again, where you will appoint an individual, every company shall appoint. Every company, public, private, shall appoint, not just propose, individual, either one or a firm, group. Firm represents partnership firm, LLP, incorporated in India, as an auditor of the company at the first AGM. So till first AGM, who will be there? That's a question. Okay. See, I'm linking this to another point. Please. Subsection 6. First auditor. The first auditor of a company other than a government company shall be appointed by the board of directors within 30 days of the date of registration of company. The auditor so appointed means appointed by board of directors, shall hold his office until the conclusion of first AGM. In that first AGM, members will start appointing the auditors. So that's the meaning of that particular point. They are talking about other than first auditor in that subsection number 1. Subsection 6 says that, are you a government company? No. Then board of directors of the company will appoint the first auditors within how many days? 30 days of registration of company. Okay. Next, auditor so appointed. You are appointing within 30 days. That person will be continuing till the conclusion of first AGM. When I use the word conclusion, it means including adjournments. Including adjournments. See here. A question. Unicorn Steel Private Limited is incorporated on 2/6/24. Board of Directors held a board meeting on 15/6/24 to appoint Jane Azmira and Associates as first auditor for a term of 5 years. No. As per section 139(6) of Companies Act, the board shall appoint first auditor, not first director. Okay. So this is the question. Not first director, first auditor. Within 30 days from the date of registration of company. Evaluate the legal validity. This is the question. Okay. So now listen. Board shall appoint the first auditor within 30 days from the date of registration of company. This is question. Evaluate the legal validity. Now listen carefully to the point. They wanted to appoint the first auditor for a term of 5 years. No. First auditor you appoint within 30 days. But that person will continue only till the conclusion of first AGM. For a term of 5 years, we cannot appoint them. So valid, invalid, valid after approval, valid only with central government. B. As per 139(6), first auditor so appointed shall continue till the conclusion of first AGM. Okay, done. No doubt will come. Sir, board of directors have to appoint within 30 days of date of registration. Sir. Understandable. If board doesn't appoint, if board fails to appoint, then what will happen? If board fails to exercise its powers, it shall inform the members of the company. Who shall inform? Board will inform the members through a notice. They will inform the members. Okay, we could not appoint a auditor. Then members will suggest a name. The company may appoint first auditor within 90 days. Okay, within 90 days. That means when they inform from there the 90 days at an extraordinary general meeting of the company, such auditor shall hold office till the conclusion of first AGM. Read the point once. We'll go into analysis. So now, generally, board of directors has to appoint within 30 days of the date of registration of company. If the board fails to appoint as such, then they will first inform the members. Within 90 days, members have to appoint one first auditor who will continue till the conclusion of first AGM. Okay, where they will appoint at a EGM. Okay, who will be appointed? If board fails to appoint a first auditor within 30 days of registration, then the members of the company will conduct a EGM and appoint a first auditor. Next, let's read illustration. Managing Director of PQR Limited wanted to appoint Mr. Ganpati, a practicing chartered accountant, as first auditor. Managing Director wanted to appoint. No. Who should appoint? Either board should appoint. If board fails, members should appoint. MD has no right to appoint auditors. So, directly conclusion. In the instant case, appointment of Mr. Ganpati himself is invalid. Over. Next. I'm coming back. So, then after first auditor is appointed, then the new auditor will start coming. Every company shall appoint an individual or firm, including an LLP, as an auditor of the company at the first AGM. So the first auditor term is completed. There we will appoint another auditor in his place. Same person may be appointed or a different person also can come. Next, tenure of appointment of an auditor. The auditor shall hold office from the conclusion of first AGM. Okay, from the conclusion of first AGM. Sir, I was appointed in 7th AGM from there then. So that's why, or the AGM in which he is appointed, till the conclusion of 6th AGM, okay, and thereafter till the conclusion of every 6th AGM. So once you are appointed in the first AGM till the conclusion of 6th AGM, means what? 5 years. First AGM over, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth AGM conclusion, your term will be completed. Okay. Russell Tech Labs Private Limited was incorporated during the financial year 23-24. First AGM is held on 39-2024. Okay, good. The company appointed Messrs. Rams and Associates Chartered Accountant firm for a period of 5 years as a subsequent statutory auditor. What do you mean by subsequent here? Subsequent here means other than first auditor. He is a subsequent auditor. Next. Next one. Question. 5 years only we should appoint an auditor. Understandable. After 5 years, we need to appoint new one. So who will select them? How the selection process will be? There are so many chartered accountants, so many chartered accountant firms are there, LLPs are there. How come the selection process will be? And what is the procedure to select any auditor and audit firm? Let's see. Selection and appointment of auditors. It's a simple question, rule-based provision. So just understand the concept. One word you can write in exam. If it is a section, you have to write as is. When it is a rule, it's a conditions or procedures. Just you need to understand the logic behind it. Companies are totally bifurcated into two. Number one, companies are required to appoint audit committee. Companies not required to appoint audit committee. First question will arise. Sir, which companies are required to form an audit committee? See, companies that are required to constitute an audit committee. Every listed public company. Are you a listed company? Yes. Irrespective of your turnover, paid up capital, borrowing, etc., you must have an audit committee. Okay. Sir, I am not a listed company, sir, but I am an unlisted public company. Okay. Required or not required? But if you are an unlisted public company satisfying A or B or C, any of these conditions, then you should fill the audit committee. Which condition? Either paid up share capital should be 10 crore or more. Turnover should be 100 crore or more. Okay. Next, aggregate of outstanding loans, borrowings, debentures, deposits, any kind of long-term liability. That's what he means. Exceeding 50 crore. Okay. Any of these three conditions. Are you a listed public company? Yes. Automatically you should form an audit committee. Are you an unlisted company? Yes. If your paid up share capital is, okay, if your paid up share capital is 10 crores or more, or turnover is 100 crores or more, or outstanding loans, borrowings, debentures, and deposits exceeds 50 crore, not 50 crore or more, exceeds 50 crore, then your company will be mandatorily required to constitute an audit committee. Okay, no question, sir. Paid up share capital 10 crore more, turnover 100 crore or more, outstanding borrowings more than 50 crore. On what date I need to check? Paid up share capital, turnover, or loans as on the date of last audited financial statement shall be taken into account. Okay, last audited financial statement shall be taken into account. So, number two. So when you need to take these amounts, last audited balance sheet, what figures are there? You need to take them. Why I am telling this point now? Listen, exam question can come like this. See, why this particular point I wanted to stress is, listen carefully. Whenever these amounts are given, last audited balance sheet as on 23-24 year, loan amount is 61 crore. Okay, loan amount is 61 crore. During the year 24-25, they repaid 12 crores. They repaid how many crores here? 12 crores. Made it as 49 crore, less than the required amount. Okay. On what date I should see? On this date only you should see. If this year also audited balance sheet is prepared, then this year you need to see. No question will arise, sir. 1 year I satisfied that condition. Another year I did not satisfy this condition. Then what will happen? Therefore, what they said is, once audit committee is formed, lifelong should I maintain it? No need. It is worth noting that where a company ceases to fulfill any of the three conditions laid down above for 3 consecutive years, it shall not be required to comply with the audit committee provision. Just I am giving for your knowledge sake, because not a part of syllabus at intermediate level, but necessary to build understanding of the students. Only for understanding it, this has to be read. Which one? This one. 177 section, because it's not a part of your syllabus. But anyway, now you understood which companies are required to form an audit committee. Are you falling under the audit committee category? Yes. Then who will be the competent authority to select the auditors? Audit committee. The competent authority shall take, the competent authority, that means the audit committee, shall take into consideration two things. Number one, the qualifications of that auditor. Okay, sir, qualification means he is a chartered accountant. No, there is one separate section in our chapter, qualifications of auditor. There is a lengthy procedure is there. That qualifications audit committee will check. After that qualification, experience, how many years of audit experience that person has. My company is in construction business. I don't want an auditor having a general knowledge on audit. I want an auditor who is having extremely good knowledge on construction company audits. Okay. So first one, qualifications here represents not general qualifications like CA, CMA, CS. No, qualification section is there. That qualifications and experience of the individual or firm proposed to be considered for appointment. And qualifications and experience are commensurate with the size and requirements of company. That's what I said now. My company is in construction business. I will see the experience. Commensurate means on par with, in line with. Clear? So commensurate means matching. My company is, this is the nature of my business. I wanted that person who already have an experience in this field of audits. That's called as a commensurate. Next, it shall have regard to any other order or pending proceeding relating to professional matters of conduct. There is one act called as a CA Act 1949. In that there is one segment called as a code of ethics. A code of ethics law, what auditors should do and should not do will be there. Those things also they will check. If any auditor is, if any auditor is not following the code of ethics properly as per the institute guidelines, complaint will be filed against them. Once complaint is filed against them, automatically what will happen? Institute will start taking the action. Okay. Before appointing a person or selecting a person or a firm, check whether there is any order or pending proceedings relating to professional matters of conduct against that auditor. Okay. Either before the CA, either before ICI, or either before any court. It may call for any further information. Clear? So If the company is required to appoint audit committee will do the selection procedure and appointment procedure. If company is not required to form audit committee, board of directors only will do. So who is a competent authority? If audit committee is required, audit committee is a competent authority. If audit committee is not required for the company, board of directors is a competent authority. That's why they said competent authority. So tell me, competent authority shall take into consideration the qualifications and experience. Which kind of qualifications and experience? Commensurate to the size and nature of my company. Number one. Number two, check whether there is any pending order or pending proceedings on professional matters relating to that individual or firm of auditors, either before ICA or before any court. Okay. Next. Next one. Where competent authority is audit committee. Other points. The committee shall recommend the name of an individual or a firm of auditor. First, recommend the name. Point number one. To whom? To the board. Okay. The board shall consider and recommend an individual as auditor to the members in the AGM for appointment. So now what you understand? First auditor appointed. Okay. Now I need to appoint subsequent auditor. Okay. How the public will bring a name? They will not bring. Audit committee, if required, audit committee will suggest a name, recommend a name to the board. Board need not directly take it. That's why they use the word consider. You should understand that word and write in exam. Board shall appoint, they are not saying. Board shall recommend. Consider. At least consider my word. Respect should be there in our audit committee. Because in audit committee, who will be there? Directors will be there, not auditors. Okay? Audit committee is full of directors. Give respect to them. They suggested a name. You are telling, I will not take. That is very bad. And sir, please, sir, you suggest I will take a name. That is also not correct. That is also bad. It should not be totally in favor of them. It should not be totally against them. Consider. Understand the positives and negatives of appointing that individual. That's why you need not become a slave and say, Ji Huzur. You need not arrogantly say, who the hell are you to recommend me? Both sides is difficult for a company. Consider. Understand the intention behind. Why they are proposing this name. Consider. And recommend. You recommend one name now. Either that can be the considered number or name or any other person to the members. If board agree, means they considered and they agreed the recommendation, it shall further recommend the appointment of individual to the members. So if board say yes, they will put that name in the members AGM. If board disagree, it shall refer back the recommendation to the committee for reconsideration, giving the reasons. Again, it will tell, please, I think that person has some professional misconduct against him. Please rethink, propose another name. Or you suggested one auditor name. With due respect, he is a very good auditor, but our company is in film making, movie making. This audit is completely different from what they do. He is doing generally petroleum and other things. Okay, for those companies, he is having experience. In what way he will be suitable for our company? It's not commensurate. They will give reasons and for second recommendation to the audit committee. Okay. Next one. Consent of auditors. Before appointing any auditor, individual or a firm, without consent you cannot, because audit is a contract. Okay, so therefore it's an agreement to do the audit, agreement not to comply with some conditions. We are not slaves, so agreement to comply with some conditions. Therefore free consent is required. Before appointment is made, written consent of the auditor shall be obtained. Okay, very important point for the exam. This was asked for 4 times already. A certificate shall also be obtained from the auditor. A certificate shall also be obtained from auditor. Certificate, not report, not a written, not a document. Certificate, certifying certain things. The individual or firm, okay, is eligible for appointment and is not disqualified. Okay, either under C Act, etc. Means you should only give. For example, Kaushik is appointed as an auditor. Kaushik should give certificate that we are eligible for appointment. Means what? A 5 years tenure once completed, you cannot be reappointed. You should first tell, yes, I am eligible. Number one. Next, I am not disqualified. Number two. So certificate of point one, 2 points are there. Eligibility for appointment and not disqualified for appointment. Next. Next. The proposed appointment is as per the term provided under the Act. Means how many years? 5 years. The proposed appointment is within the limits. Every auditor cannot accept as many appointments of audits as he want. There is a limit on number of appointment. Directors ki number of directorships concept is there. Okay. Auditors ki ceiling on audits is there. That limits laid down are followed. The list of proceedings against the auditor or any partner means they should tell that we don't have any pending legal proceedings against us. You should only give a certificate. Okay. Next one. Whenever the auditor is appointed, the company shall inform the concerned auditor of his or its appointment and also shall file a notice in Form ADT1, important, to the registrar within 15 days of the meeting in which auditor is appointed. Within how many days? 15 days. Mark the date as important. Okay. Timelines are very, very important. Form name, timeline. ADT1. We have to file as a notice of appointment. Okay. Notice must be given. Company shall inform to two people. Number one, the appointed auditor. Number two, the ROC for public information and data. Okay. Next. Intimation to NFRA. The intimation to NFRA, is it really required? See there. As per Rule 32 of NFRA rules, every existing body corporate other than a company governed by NFRA rules shall inform NFRA within 30 days of commencement of NFRA rules. Inform NFRA 1 the particulars of auditor as on the date of commencement of NFRA rules. Means National Financial Reporting Authority, an authority which is under the control of the MCA, will be taking care of entire financial reporting obligations of the companies. What we said, every existing body corporate, okay, other than a company governed by NFRA rules, okay. Already, if your company is governed by NFRA rules, you will follow. You are not already required to govern by NFRA rules, but you are a existing body corporate. Existing body corporate. I said body corporate, can be company, LLP, anything. Shall inform NFRA within 30 days of commencement of NFRA rules. Form NFRA 1 the particulars of the auditors of your company. According to Rule 33 of NFRA rules, every body corporate, okay, other than company defined in, other than a company defined in Section 2, Clause 20, formed in India and governed under NFRA rules within 15 days of appointment of an auditor under subsection 1, inform NFRA in NFRA 1 the particulars of auditors or such body corporate within how many days? 15 days. So, let me explain you the concept now. What he wanted to convey. Sir, what is this 30 days information? What is this 15 days information? Number one, are you a body corporate not being a company? Yes, I am a body corporate not being a company. Then within 30 days, you need to inform. Second, are you a company? Yes. So that's why what he said, according to Rule 33 of NFRA rules, every body corporate, other than a company defined in Clause 20, other than a company means what? Company is incorporated in India under the Companies Act. Okay. Every body corporate formed in India and governed by NFRA rules within 15 days. Okay. So the point number one, let us try to understand clearly. There are entities which you need to bifurcate and understand. Number one, are you a company under the Companies Act? Are you a company under the Companies Act? Yes. Coming under the existing body corporate category? Yes. Then you have to inform the NFRA about your auditor details within 30 days of NFRA rules commencement. Inform NFRA 1. Okay. 1 point completed. Second, another rule says that, are you a body corporate? Yes. Are you a company under Companies Act? Yes. For you already this provision is given. So therefore what they said, for any other body corporate other than companies incorporated under our Companies Act, they shall inform within 15 days of appointment. 15 days of appointment. Inform the NFRA and form NFRA 1. More about the NFRA filing everything. One provision is separately there. There I can explain much in detail about what is this body corporate, what is this company other than body corporate. A clarity will come at that time. Okay. Just remember, normal companies and body corporates 30 days. Any body corporate other than company 15 days. Next, term of auditor. Section 139(2) provides that, okay, listed companies and all companies, excluding one person and small company. So first listed company. Next, every other company, public, private, everything, other than one person and small company. Okay, which are unlisted public company having a paid up share capital of 10 crore or more. Private company having a paid up share capital of, okay, 50 crore or more. Public borrowings from financial institution, banks, etc. 50 crore or more. I am a listed company, or I am a company which is unlisted public company having a paid up share capital of 10 crore or more. Private limited company paid up share capital of 50 crore or more. See, 50 crore or more. Private company and having paid up share capital of rupees 50 crore or more. And public borrowings, either this or this or this. Public borrowings, whether financial institution, banks, public deposits, etc. 50 crore or more. If you satisfy this, shall not appoint or reappoint an individual as auditor for more than one term of 5 consecutive years. Okay, so see here, for more than one term of 5 consecutive years means what? Try to understand. 5 consecutive years is the maximum period. You can appoint also for 3 years, but maximum limit is 5. Okay, an audit firm as an auditor for more than 2 terms means shall not appoint or reappoint for more than 2 terms. So this concept is applicable only in case of these companies. Are you a listed company? Yes. Are you an unlisted public company having a paid up share capital of 10 crore or more? Yes. Are you a private limited company having a paid up share capital of 50 crore or more? Yes. Do you have any borrowings, whether public or private company? Do you have a borrowings exceeding 50 crore? Yes. Okay, 50 crore or more. In that case, you cannot appoint same person again and again. The person who is appointed as an auditor, individual or the firm. Okay, if it is individual, only one term you can appoint, that too for 5 continuous years. When I say years, it's not any random years. Consecutively 5 years max. Over. Sir, I will appoint for 2 years. Okay, I will appoint for 2 years. Then I will give a break and give to some other person and appoint again for 2 years. And again I will appoint for 3 years. Every time only three years I'm appointing. Sir, 2 years, 3 years. Possible? No. Try to understand. If you appoint an auditor and audit firm for 3 years, say for example, their term will be completed with the 3 years, because for shall not appoint for more than, these are all the maximum limits. For example, Kaushik Case is appointed as an auditor for 3 years, mean with the 3 years my one term will be completed. That does not mean 3 years again I will reappoint for another three. Every time it is not crossing 5 years. No, maximum is 5. For example, if you appoint a person for one time, for example, Kaushik Case is appointed for one term for 3 years, my one term will be completed. Okay, here more than one term is important. That one term has 5 consecutive years is a subsequent condition. For example, Kaushik Case is appointed for 3 years, one term over. Next, you should not tell again I will give for 3 years. Then term is changing now, second term is coming now. But you are only saying that one term is only eligible. So, if you wanted to appoint an auditor for one term, appoint him for a maximum of 5 years. If you restrict for 3 years, that term will be completed with the 3 years time. That you need to keep in mind. An audit firm as an auditor for more than 2 terms of 5 consecutive years each means you can appoint a firm of auditors. For example, my audit firm is there, XYZ and Co. Okay, professional ethics, we cannot disclose the names also. So XYZ and Co. There is an audit firm. This audit firm is appointed for 5 years. Okay. Again, you can appoint for another term of 5 years. Total term will be 10 maximum. For example, you appointed only for 3 years. One term over. Next another 4 years. That's all. Term is over. 7 years. You should not tell I was given 5 into 5, 5 into 2, 10. Therefore, 7 first time 3 years, next time 4 years, 7 years. Another 3 years is still there. No, your 3 years will not be there because terms are completed. That's how the interpretation should be. Okay. So very, very important. The term rotation concept is applicable. That limitation is applicable only for selected companies, not for all the companies. Okay. No question, sir. I will appoint A as an auditor. I will appoint him. He's not performing his duties well. Okay, he's not responsible enough to conduct audit. I wanted to remove him. I cannot remove. That's why they said nothing in subsection 2, that subsection, shall prejudice, means shall not damage the right of company to remove the auditor or auditor to resign. So in that period of 5 years appointment, auditor can voluntarily resign, members can also remove him. Cooling period. Sir, what is this cooling period? I said you should be appointed only for 5 years. Okay, one term, individual. Sir, after that, lifeline cannot appointed, cannot get appointed. No. Cooling period is there. In the cooling period, cool down. Okay, don't get appointed in that same company again. You choose another company. So an individual auditor who has completed his term, 5 years, shall not be eligible for reappointment as auditor in the same company for 5 years. Means 5 years over. Cooling period of 5 years. Again, you can get reappointed. Audit firm, again 5 years. Term 1 over, term 2 over, 5 years gap, again you can get appointed. So in simple terms, cooling period will be 5 years term. Okay. So see here, summary, individual, one term of 5 consecutive years, 1 to 6. Okay, for 5 years of the completion of tenure. So from 6th AGM, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, till 11th he cannot get appointed, not eligible. Firm, 2 terms, 1 to 11 they will be auditors, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 they should take a cooling. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell. Next, rotation concept I will deal separately at the last, because there are some rules that are attached to this which we need to discuss. That I will discuss because those are all transitory provisions. Some are not even applicable today. So that's why I will deal with them separately. First audit is already completed. Now we are going to auditor of a government company. So how the government company auditors has to be appointed is the next discussion. The first auditor is to be appointed by, so normally first auditor will be appointed by board of directors. If it is a non-government company, controller and auditor general within 60 days from the date of registration. Who shall hold the office till the conclusion of first? Normally 30, government company 60. Okay. In case of government company or any other company owned or controlled directly or indirectly by central or state or a combination. So either government company or government controlled company. Though government shareholding is not there, it's controlled. If control and auditor general fails, board is to appoint auditor within next 30 days. Next 30 days means I will give you 60 days time. You did not. So I will give extra 30 days time. So here also 90 days they have to appoint first auditor. Board is required to appoint. So if controller and auditor general fails, board will appoint first auditor. Further, if board also fails to do so, it shall inform the members of the company who have to make the appointment within 60 days at an extraordinary general meeting. So normally board, if they fail, inform shareholders, shareholders will appoint. But in case of government company, CAG did not do. Then board within 60 days, board also failed. Okay, board also, sorry, within 30 days. But CAG should appoint within 60 days from registration. They did not. Board has to appoint within next 30 days. They did not. Within next 60 days, at least the members have to appoint. Okay, next. Institute has given. Mind that even appointed by board or members at EGM, the first auditor shall hold the office till the conclusion of first AGM. At any time first auditor, conclusion will be in the first AGM. Next. The subsequent auditor. How to appoint subsequent auditor? Their subsequent auditor will be appointed at AGM. Already we read. First auditor will be appointed in that way. Next subsequent auditors will be appointed. Already we read. Members will appoint in a AGM. But in respect of a financial year, C&AG, AGI shall appoint a duly qualified auditor within how many days? 180 days from the commencement of financial year. So, in respect of any financial year, the controller and auditor general will appoint a qualified person as an auditor within 180 days from the commencement of the financial year, who shall hold the office till the conclusion of AGM. In case of same government company or government controlled company. Next one. Filling up of casual vacancy. Filling up of casual vacancy. Casual vacancy, how to fill? See, other than C&AG company, government. The board may fill any casual vacancy, okay, in the office within 30 days. Board shall or may, option, discretion. Any auditor appointed in casual vacancy shall hold office until the conclusion of the next AGM. 5 AGM, 6 AGMs, he will not. So because it's an emergency situation, we filled him. Okay. The auditor appointed in the casual way. So board may fill. And that person shall not continue for 5 years. For example, Mr. A is appointed as an auditor today. Okay. After 1 year, he died. Originally, he was appointed for 5 years. 1 year after he died. So the casual vacancy auditor can't continue till 4 years again. Only up to the next AGM. Very, very important. Where such casual vacancy is caused by resignation, such appointment shall be approved by company at general meeting, convened within 3 months of the recommendation. So, casual vacancies of two types. Normal casual vacancy caused by resignation. If it is a normal casual vacancy, board may fill it within 30 days. Okay. Next, and he will hold up to next AGM. But if the casual vacancy is created because of the resignation of the auditor, something might have gone wrong. That's why auditor voluntarily resigned. Therefore, members' approval is required within 3 months of the recommendation of board. Next, if it is a government company, so casual vacancy shall be filled by C&AG within 30 days. If they do not fill, board will fill within next 30 days. Okay, do the example later. Next, reappointment of retiring auditor. Tenure is completed. We wanted to reappoint him. Okay. As per subsection 9, a retiring auditor may be reappointed if he is not disqualified. I was appointed for 5 years. Again, I wanted to get appointed. Subjected to that rotation condition, cooling period condition, and other things. Okay. I wanted to get reappointed again. Yes, you can get reappointed, provided you are not disqualified in the meantime. Next, he has not given a notice in writing showing his unwillingness. His auditor voluntarily he said, I am unwilling. So first one is disqualified, second one is unwilling. So he is not disqualified, he is not unwilling. He is not disqualified means he is qualified. He is not unwilling means he is willing. Next, shareholders passed a special resolution saying that we don't want him. That should not happen. Special resolution has not been passed. Okay. Further, as per subsection 10, where at any AGM, no auditor is appointed or reappointed, existing auditor shall continue to be the auditor. So, no decision is taken, existing auditor shall continue. Audit committee recommendation. Subsection 11 prescribes that confirming provision that where a company is required to constitute audit committee, all appointments, including filling of casual vacancy, shall be recommended to such committee. Okay. So even when you want to fill a casual vacancy, whom should be filled? Audit committee should recommend it. This completed the most important, biggest section. Study material, it is around 20 pages content. This is the main point, main section. This is what we completed the first part of the lecture. Next part of the lecture of 5 sections I am going to cover. Okay, those are all crisp, clear, and small sections, easy to understand, and 4 marks question. Third video again big sections will come. We'll complete 3 videos. We'll complete their area called as audit and audit. Okay.